Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute, oh, I never thought through love we'd be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely, made from love? Isn't she happy? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy that we have been heaven-blessed. I never thought through love we'd be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely, made from love? What up, everybody? Can you guess where I am? Who knows when I'm going to release it or who's going to see it? But for right now, it's a lot better than recording just on a video than uploading the video. Because I can change the camera with this into more immersive experience to the people who witness it live. So I'm here, I'm going to roll up a cigarette. I'm pretending that my laundry is in the dryer. I walk up and so far twice, I've looked at the cameraman and then pretended to put a quarter in and then hit the button again. So we're gonna have one cigarette rolled, and then you know what time it is, guys. I spent all my money, all my food stamps, on a month-long program that I sat with ChatGPT in February, and I wrote out everything I'm gonna need to eat to meet a certain protein criteria for that when I work out in the motel. And it just seemed like the devil tried me so many ways, but I'm so proud of how I stood up for myself. When I stand up with my integrity, for my integrity. And I've just taken so much shit in my life that it makes me feel excited thinking about if Ken had come up to tell me that I would have left the motel. I would have been like, come here for a second. Come in here. Let me show you something. Then I would have showed him that with my window open, I was getting the smoke from the exhaust blown into my room. And I didn't realize, because my pipes were clogged. And I was extremely scared and depressed, because I had not been indoors in a long time, other than when I was extremely sick. So to be indoors and then to also have the guy come and scream at you in Aquarius season, man, that was tough. You know what? We made it out. Oh, then I would have beat his ass. As soon as he smelled the smoke and knew he was wrong, one boot to the back of his leg, he goes down, hand on his neck, he's on the ground, I stomp his face in. Then when he's mesmerized, in awe at my power, I just wail on his face until, I've thought about torture cuffing him, keeping my own pair of handcuffs, so that if anyone finds me out in the forest and I know I'm MMA, and I got my big muscles going on, I'll just torture cuff him to a tree and they can meet the forest beings. But you know I don't mean that, right? I'd never do that to you. I'd never keep a list of everything you've ever said that made me angry and then just wait for God's opportunity to teach you more than you deserve. So I haven't eaten in days. other than McDonald's that I dig out of the trash, because I have $49 and I need $45 to get phone service, and with phone service, I'm not alone in this world, so I need it. As far as jobs go, it seems the more I express my inner talent, the more everybody wants me involved. And when I go to those opportunities, it's energy vampires that are trying to take the talent, leave me lifeless and empty, and become me. This is OG Casey content, if you guys. If you haven't been here long enough, you don't know. You don't know me, man. This is where it all happened. This is where it all went down, guys. This is where it all went down. You know where we are. Everything comes full circle. Like a clock. West clocks? Or like, I'll fucking clean your clock out west. Less than 1 minute old. I never thought the love we'd be making one as lovely as she, but isn't she lovely? Made from love, isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy that we have been heaven blessed. I never thought the love we'd be making one as lovely as she, but isn't she lovely? Made from love. I think soul music is my favorite genre. There's nothing better than soul. I diverted to country to fit the theme of God's movie, but in my heart there's always soul. Major seventh chords, C sharp, major seventh chord. You know it. All right. So now that I have my little smokey smoke, we're going to take a walk outside, everybody. First, let's close this. Then, the phone should be at 10%. It's been slow charging. I stayed here for an hour and a half. This can go back in the Dookie Wutsits. Right here in my little pocket right here. This can go in there. Get the fuck in there, bitch. Okay. Next, we have to roll up a doobie and smoke it. Oh, you know what? You know what, bitch? Let me put you right there. No, let's come with me. Let's go. You're my friend now. POV, you're a little mouse and you're in my forest. So I'm here at the laundromat. Just to show you guys, if you guys are new, I was sitting here. It was negative 10 degrees out. I played basketball out there because I couldn't be in here all day. I come in here at night and I studied cryptocurrency, e-commerce. I joined Discords. I modded Telegram groups for cryptocurrencies, and I tried to get in on their schemes and scams, and it never worked. When I went over there to play basketball one day, some piece of shit, skinny white boy in his 30s came out and tried to be big and bad, even though I was fucking huge. Warrior fought out in the cold of Burlington in the war zone. You don't fuck with me. You don't know what I've been through, bitch. So he came up and was like, what are you doing here? And I said, hold on 1 second. And I opened my phone and I went live and I said, say it again. Say what you just said again. And he stomped away like a pussy, like a coward, like a beta male, low testosterone bitch. So I made like 5 different shots. I shot, then I said, this guy's just mad because the cigarettes made his dick small. Because I had just found out that excessive smoking makes your dick shrink. Hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm not taking the risk, so I've definitely cut down a lot. Just saying. I swear to God. Now, he sent his wife. He wouldn't leave me alone. He was calling people on the phone. I put the camera in his face. I'm like, come on. He won't. Then I said, hey, it's kind of, I know why you're after me. It's kind of gay. And he was like, what? It hit him like a truck. Then he had to come back with his wife to show me that he's not gay. And I was like, I still don't believe it, man. You were on my dick for playing basketball outside of daycare at 4 p.m. You were trying to G-check me because your dick don't work. So I hit on his wife and she blushed and giggled. And then later that night, I had a Kundalini awakening where everything made so much more sense. I'm in a simulation. It's a stage. Nothing's real. Everyone's fake. They're all in on it. Because I can connect to God. And when I connect to God, I realize how nobody's in control of anything. And that if they were more in control, it's the most terrifying experience you could have in your life. But there's no way to bliss and euphoria without it. So I had that Kundalini awakening. God put the light in me. Oh my God, he put the great spirit in me. Then I said, okay, if it's a simulation, give me a sign. And then the guy's wife walked by, just like was like wandering around like a robot like this. I swear to God, look. This is how she was walking around. And she was hot. So like walking like this, she can see me through the window. They live next door. It's been a year, baby. So I said it, okay. It's not like obvious that's somebody being remote controlled by an angel or something, or the government. So I said, if it's a simulation, do it again. And then she turned right around and walked back. So I went outside and said, hey, I walked outside here. I said, hey, are you the girl that's supposed to be inside with me? And she said, no, but do you have a cigarette? And I said, I have a vape. Come on in. Oh, look, a coin. I found a lucky penny. Am I on the right path? Hell yeah. So she came in, we hung out. She said her boyfriend was a douchebag and he left her out in the cold. He locked the door to that building and he left her outside. I was like, I'm sorry. Can I spin you around? Actually, I said, spun her around. I said, I said, do you want a hug? And she's like, yeah. And I said, let me spin you around. And I said, is he cheating on you? And she said, no. I said, you want to make out? And she thought about it, and she was like, he's my husband. I said, well, let me know. You know where to find me, because I'm homeless. So she leaves, give her a vape. Seconds later, snap. That little pussy emerges. And he put on a COVID mask and he came in with a baton and he was like, right in my face. What did you give Bethany? And I said, a vape. And they go, why? And I was like, she wanted one. Why? Some. He was trying to press me. I'm like, I'm homeless. He's like, that's fair. Then I turned the camera on right when he was about to leave. Boop. And he heard the thing, and then he froze in place. And I was like, he wants to put on a show. I'll give him a show. So I walked up to him right there in the doorway, and I said, you know, people say I'm fucking crazy, but you're nuts, dude. Have you ever been to a city? Have you ever been in a fight? I'm baffled by the fact that somebody raised you to be this out of touch. People say I'm crazy. I'm just an overthinker. You're crazy. And then he pulled the baton out, and I said, I have a hatchet on me right here. If you pull that baton and swing it at me, I'm gonna hit you. He swung. I hit him. He tackled me into these dryers. He tried to rip the hatchet away from me. I said, he was almost winning. I said, this is not how Casey goes. And then right here against these, I said, this is not how Casey goes. And then I picked him up over my shoulder like this. And then I slammed him onto the ground right there. So his POV was on the ground. And I was swinging at him and I was slamming him in the ribs as hard as I could with the hatchet. And then I felt the light. I felt him realize he was going to die that night. So he got up coughing and sprinted out. And then I went down and I chased him out with the hatchet screaming. Yeah! I slammed the door open. His getaway driver was right here. I fell. I did a barrel roll and sprung back up like a Olympian somersault. I said, your friend just tried to fucking kill me with a baton. I slammed on his window. He was like, let's get out of here. And he took off and hit that light post. And he's in that building right there. I don't have hard feelings. I didn't start it. I was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? You fill up my senses. So this is where it all happens. This is where I thought that I killed the man. I really did. And people were telling me I did. Let me get a Casey's a murderer in the chat vote today. So let's find me lighter. I have to find me lighter first, and I know I had that bitch on me, bro. It was right here. Okay, I have my knife just in case. I'm not gonna get caught lacking with a hatchet again. I'm just gonna pull the knife out and stab him. I've evolved, guys. So my lighter should be in here. Fam, don't speak on the family, Crody. Don't speak on a Boonga, Crody. Oh, okay. So it's not, come on. I have to go outside. You don't know the power of the outside. It's gotta be in a pocket. It's in my back pocket. I knew it. I knew it. Knew it. So I'm hungry and broke, so we're gonna go look for some food down the road for a little bit. I left someone chucked a bag of McDonald's out their window while I was walking. So I have one bite of a burger and some French fries that are cold and wet. Just like me. I charge at fam 12. Okay. So I just wanted to show you we're back. I didn't want to come back, but I wound up back. We are having soft tacos later, if I can find some. Now we're going to smoke a smoky smoke outside. First, let's give you a little update on how I look, man. Let's go in the bathroom to do it. I just wanted to show you real quick. Because remember, I used to be fucking ginormous. I looked like Geronimo Stilton ate Jabba the Hutt for a little while. Because for some reason my jawline wasn't as extended as it was. So, if anybody wants to call, I have a list of places that have done me horribly wrong. If anybody wants to help me troll them, okay. You fuckwads. Physique update. Remember, I used to have a giant belly that was out to here. And now my pecs are finally in front of my stomach, I think. They're close. When in the mirror, it isn't, but it still has some work to do. As far as the arms go, I haven't done any push-ups in a while. I haven't worked out at all in like a week. And we got some shit going on there. So I look good. I look healthy. Wealthy and wise, man. I got these boots, or these, I got these pants at the thrift store, so I look less like a loser. People stop treating me like shit when I pull up in my Banana Republic pants. Now, I put on my nice coat that's the same color as the coats my dad wears. They're my dad's favorite colors. They're the purplish green. Now we're going to, I think the zipper don't work on this bitch. Isn't that crazy? I told you, nobody believes me when I tell them I'm an ancient tree that's connected to the industry, and they're all just me. They're all me, guys. I'm a god. And that's why people don't like me. Because what does a god do but provide experiences that offer wisdom in unique and unconventional ways? Because all you have is your creative style. So I have heartburn. Let's see if there's anything cool in the books before I go. It's been 20 minutes. Nobody watches this far. Okay. They're just mad at Trump. Okay. Hungry. Okay, we've entered the outside. It's raining like a motherfucker out here. So we're gonna go over this way. And I'm gonna show you something. So remember what I asked the universe for? I asked them for a specialized hard rock red black bike. And this was $10, and I only had $10 left. So I got to buy it. They got me a red bike and I ride it. I don't want to go hunting for food anymore, actually. I suddenly just want to smoke a cigarette out here. Ow. Oh, it's prickers. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh. Why don't they just grow these where they don't want homeless people? Oh. I just walked right into a bunch of prickers. A bunch of frickin' prickers this morning. This morning I walked into a bunch of frickin' prickers when I was trying to show you my cool new bike. I got me a cool new specialized bike for $10, which means I cannot buy anything if I want phone service. So I haven't eaten in days. I haven't eaten food that isn't out the dumpster in days. And I'm at the last of my tobacco. And I ride it. Okay. We're gonna smoke this, and then we're gonna go check the Cumbies dumpster for pizza. Because I want pizza. I want a lot of pizza. I want me a lot of pizza. Oh, I have to tell you something. I've just told the channel about the flower of life. Now I must tell you that the 5G towers are an inversion of the flower of life, so that they can control our minds and frequencies, and all of our emotions and thoughts and opinions about ourselves and things operate at a certain frequency. So with the woke movement, feminine, I don't know about, they want me to say feminism, I don't know about feminism, but I guess I could see like those empowering movements are meant to pioneer mental illness, just a disruption and distortion of the natural way so that they can control it. Which is why YouTube content creators are made to influence the minds of children by embodying archetypes like Jesus that teach you, that infiltrate your mind in a way that takes over. The Loaf legacy is living in tens of millions of children. The Gideon legacy has infiltrated the minds of the many. And the people that are on YouTube are usually the loneliest, which means they're the closest to God. So their manifestations are potent. and I ride it. But you know what? I looked at myself in the mirror today and I'm like, man, I kind of like being hungry. If it means I can look in the mirror and feel this good. But I'll tell you what, being out in the forest, there's a lot of frequency manipulation going on, especially when my phone turns off. It's painful and scary and fills me with hesitation, like the forest is locking me in place. Where usually I'm rampaging through, the forest locked me. The same way it guided me over to that skull the other day. I couldn't move. The forest sleep paralysis. Now that I'm of a greater perception of the energies around me, I realize that the things that were keeping me paralyzed was the will and intention of a network of beings, not necessarily a directed energy weapon, but the whole forest itself grabbed me and locked me. And that's why I felt that being in the deer had to come out and be like, and then the bad, evil thing left last year. And this morning, there was big animals. That I think were moose. Now, and it was cool because they sat next to the deer skull, which might be a moose skull, not a moose knuckle. So I don't know what to do next. Every time I go to get a job in the past, it has ended horribly. And it was just energy vampires locked in the system that fight to steal vibes and embody the most power to get the most bitches and play power games. People that the more wealth they have, the more they want to rule and make sure that their will is exerted on more things. They have a sense of control over everything. And I never had that. In a sense, I just wanted everything to be better. Everywhere I grow, I want to be better. I don't want to control it. I just wish that the people behave differently. I never try to intrude or infiltrate unless they're very mean to me. If they're rude to me, like Mooresville or Planet Fitness in Burlington or Economic Services or when Capstone was bad, or the motels, then I was forced to stomp. I was forced to rampage. We just conquered our first castle, got my banner on the banister. I got me a red bike and I ride it. My favorite artist right now is Jesse Wells. He's been uploading songs that are what my soul is singing. When I sit alone and make a song, and I just can't make it because I don't have what I need, somebody else makes it, and it comes out to the masses. It was a song about leaving Decatur and Arkansas. Jesse Wells dropped last night. Or whenever I posted it yesterday. I came here to smoke under the little roof here, and then I didn't. Stopper. I have to turn the flash off. But it opens in an hour, and I can get one coffee. Usually it's like the gates are open and they let the horse out and he's sprinting free. Now, I'm sort of in the doldrums. Every setback for a major comeback, just embrace it. I have some left. Last cigarette. I liked that the cigarettes were hurting me, and then I would fight through the pain to make a song. Now I think it's broken me too much. It doesn't do anything. It'll make me throw up later. Yeah. Okay. I like to ride my bike. They said they were going to put the bike behind the building. I found the bike. It looks like they chucked it off the porch. I was mad about that. All the other bikes were lined up nice against the wall, and mine was just thrown out into the snow. Like they just chucked it over. Okay, Cumbies is calling. The feeling of accomplishment and independence is fleeting. I still have it, but it just feels like the forest eats it. What's cool is that I was getting a lot better at understanding how my energy and the songs I make impact my surroundings. Because I could feel, when I would think about the crows, I could feel my intentions shoot out and connect to them. And then they would start screaming. And then I could feel when the crows were thinking about me and how they all were coming at me. The other night, I was just thinking about the park and ride, and then somebody shot somebody. At least that's what it sounded like to me. It wasn't a car door slamming. It definitely was a gunshot. It's gonna be raining all night. It's cold. I know in Montpelier, at least, when they throw the pizza out, the Human Services Commission, or the Human Rights Commission, put a microwave out there, outside their building, that you can just connect to their outlet and use. So at least in Montpelier, I know I'll never be hungry again because I can call a free taxi and get into those mountains and get a meal. It just sucks. And it sucks that there's no safe place to park. Even if I got a car, I might have to leave it down here, ride my bike the miles it takes to get down here, just to get in the car and go somewhere. Because it's not safe at the park and ride. People are breaking in. People are stealing the cars out of it. They're towing them away and scrapping them for money. John Billion dropped a song that sounded like my music in the Fire Element, and I commented, "Man, he took my colors." And they deleted it immediately. and then dropped a song with the water element. Which is pretty cool. If I was the last airbender, see, they pour coffee grounds over their food. So supposedly the bears don't get it, but the amount of prejudice they had, I don't believe that they don't get enjoyment out of making people hungry because they're mad they have to work. I'm really cold. I'm getting really cold. Why? Where'd all my warmth go? Usually, I don't know. My mom's an Aquarius, my dad's a Leo. I always felt like they were disrupting me. I finally broke free from them. And then another Leo and Aquarius came into my life. And then it seems like it's not really back at square one. It's more like the folding of a sword. Because I'm much different. But my energy is not here. At least I don't feel it as much. I don't feel like a giant, dense sun detached from reality in Aquarius. With that strong, independent Virgo analytics that's grounding that I had for the past year, that I made in 2023, and then I probably refined through teaching it. As I said, I make people. I create people and then wind up alone usually. It's really fucking cold. Red car. Big red car. I think I'm sick. So they did coffee ground they coffee ground all the food here. Dunkin' Donuts, I know they don't give away all those donuts. So they'd be throwing them out. But I have not found it. Where? Okay. No, if I don't find food, I'm going to be hungry for the weekend. Because Capstone won't be open. There's no churches around that give out food. I don't want to work at the pizza place. I got invited to work at a pizza place, which would mean I'd have to move 10 miles east into these side mountains over here, not the big ones. And I don't trust that it wouldn't be agonizing. And I'd hate every minute of it for barely any money. But the alternative is to go another 50 miles south into another state. Or I'd have to go 50 miles north, and somebody offered me a job being a trash collector. Because he said nobody wants to work in garbage disposal. So he offered me a job. And he said he didn't care if it was temporary. He seemed nice. I don't know what to do. I'm tired of the forest attacking me. But I guess I should be grateful because it's real. I think that at the very least, the forest seems to be taking something away from me that allows me to live better in the pain. So the free life is good, as long as you're in the right place. Because it gets dangerous. The only successful relationships I've seen out here are with addicts. Like the people that live nomadic like this, that are very happy in life to live in this world, usually are bound together in an addiction that they're constantly chasing together. But being indoors sucks. It really does. I miss it. I do miss the motel. What up, Mountain Lion? What up, Lurkin Turkey? Down Syndrome Day. Tell your mother I said God bless. Retail banking team. They have Bar Harbor Bank and Trust all the way down here. Bar Harbor is in Maine. They opened a branch all the way down in here. And the pay is great. But it sucks. Me and my bicicleta. My new bicicleta, everybody. I got me a new bike. I know. Okay. How did places like this stay in business? Red Door Jewelers. Custom design, repairs, expensive stuff. How do they get enough money to do that if they're not scamming people? So we're just gonna check this dumpster. I don't think there will be anything, but if there's nothing, then I'm going to go sit somewhere and try to charge my phone. I want Chinese food. They have a Chinese food place here. But I can't ask people for money. Okay, we're approaching the dumpster. I know you can get donuts in Milton, Brattleboro, and that's it, I think. You can get pizza from Cumbies. Okay. Oh shit, I think I see something. Yes. I hit the mother lode. Blueberry. That French thing. Jelly. Vanilla. And then let's get another vanilla. Okay, we're gone. Okay. No longer hungry. Now I'm just wet and cold. Mm. 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 I've got 5 donuts in my hand, one on each finger, and they're slipping. Okay. It's zoomed too far in. Okay. I can sit under here for the night. What the hell was that? What in the Emancipation Proclamation was that? Okay. No. Okay. Zoom in like that, bitch. Okay. Now, I move my stuff. I lay my donuts out. Take my backpack off, because this is what I'm going to lay on. Find my phone and my charger. Place it here. Now that I've changed clothes and I washed myself, I can smell how bad it smells. And it's bad. It's bad. People with it. So this isn't for my charger, man. Where did I place it? Put it in this pocket. Did I put it in the front pocket? Here's my toilet paper. I'm starting to feel very sad, but it was only because I miss people that I will never be able to see again. Okay. Found the charger. I haven't been outside long enough for me to be completely destroyed. So I'm still in here somewhere. And I'm able to plug my phone into an outlet. And I can sit here and relax and watch some stuff tonight. Let's take the French crawler. And this donut. Okay. Now I'm sitting. Will be we'll call it Casey gets ready for bed outside. Okay. 1 hour. Good night, everybody.